Today I'm talking about listening. You must be wondering, why am I talking about such a basic skill? And the question is the answer. It is because it is such an important skill. I would love for all of us to master it. Now let me ask you a couple of questions. Why are you here today? Why are you listening to me? Are you here to understand, or are you here to apply it in your life? So the listening I'm talking about here is not just something which you hear to comprehend, but something which you can apply in your life and use it to empower others and support others. So let's talk about why listening is so important. This reminds me of a story. So recently I was going to a podcast, and it was my first one, so I was really prepared. I got all my notes and everything ready. And as we start, the host asked me a couple of questions, and while she's asking those questions, in those moments, I'm thinking, okay, so what I'm gonna speak, can I use something from my notes, or what I'm gonna do? And as a result, what happened was I was not really present in the moment, so I wasn't really listening. And as a result, the answers which came out of me were not a match. And what happened was I felt really unhappy, and I just felt like this lack of satisfaction. And anyway, so I noticed myself in the moment while I was doing that. So I was like, okay, so the next question she's gonna ask, I'm gonna really listen and just share whatever comes out of me. And I did that, and I felt a different level of satisfaction with myself. So did you notice like how much just the listening made a difference for me? Another thing is, a lot of time conflicts which happens between like families, couples, or business partners is because either one or maybe both the parties are not ready to listen. Now let's get into like the common mistakes which people make while listening. So one of them which I already shared is, listen to speak. That's what I did in the podcast. Then another one is this thing called I know. So have you ever been like that, or maybe seen someone who does like that? Like, let's say you're having a conversation and you talk about something, and let's say they already know about it and they just check out of the conversation. And maybe you were planning to build up on that conversation, but they are so checked out. Now it's really challenging for them to get back into the conversation. Anyway, so now that we have discussed, the importance of listening and then different mistakes which people make while listening, let's get into how to practice this new way of listening. And one of the basic approaches is take a deep breath, let it all go, clear your mind, and then start a conversation. Another one is don't keep any open loops. What happens is, whenever you're having a conversation and if you have a lot of things running around in your head, then you are very likely to get distracted, and as a result, you will feel a disconnect between you and the other person while having any conversation, because your monkey mind is running around. Now, at times when you are listening to someone else, make them your priority and shut down your inner chatter. And at times when you're listening to yourself, shut down any external chatter. Anyway, so the last one is a really important one. It's like, whenever you are listening, set an intention, listen intently. So if you notice at the beginning of this video, I asked you a couple of questions, and the intention behind them was the answers for those questions will actually help you set an intention for this video so that you get maximum value out of it. So did you notice like how setting intentions can make a difference? So that's what I want to leave you with. Like, just notice how you can be consciously listening and be aware of your listening, and as a result, you can empower yourself and others around you. So just try out this new way of listening and let me know how it goes and share with your friends. Thank you.